Also,
profit.
Brian, if you don't mind looking this up, does the IRS have a SWAT team? Because I think I heard
If they
of that.
can't arrest you, they can't. They don't have a
No,
SWAT
I'm
team.
90% sure.
What are you coming like 7 deep in SWAT gear?
Listen, I'm
hey,
not
you owe
the
us 10
person.
bucks.
I'm not the
Now you owe
person.
me money.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
they definitely have a fucking SWAT team. I definitely heard about this at one point. If I'm wrong, I'm retarded, so
You
it doesn't
must have read
matter.
it on a soapbox.
I'm really stuck on the idea of them stealing exhausts. Like, I'm picturing, like, Joe Biden
Oh, wait a
hiring
minute.
300,000
Yeah, hold
people
on.
to steal exhausts. Like, they're around Newcastle, little IRS should cut things off.
First thing that pops up on Google is anyone looking forward to highly militarized IRS SWAT?
Look at that. Look at
Wait,
that.
does the IRS have law enforcement?
No, I just think that they have they bought they got themselves like a bunch of high grade weaponry and like
What?
vehicles. Yeah,
Dude,
that's what I
why?
heard. I heard that like there's only 2. It's not big, but I heard that the IRS has like 2 MRAPs and a couple of like
They
Assault
recently there's claims that they had 87,000 new armed IRS agents to aid in enforcement are not rooted in fact.
They were trying to get this militarized people to go after people not for paying their taxes. They're
So-
like, sorry, those motherfuckers that
Oh,
think
yeah.
taxation is theft.
Now
Come
that,
on now.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I remember hearing about this whenever they were talking like if you have $500 in your bank account, technically the IRS can look at it or something like that.
Yeah,
But I just thought-
they have access to all your records,
Yeah.
like your bank records, because
Yeah.
it's all with your social. It's all
Yeah,
with your
but
Social
this
Security.
SWAT team stuff sounds like some Pizzagate bullshit. Like, they ain't fucking going after you. They don't give a shit.
They don't care.
They're not interested.
Listen, I'm down for
They got bigger
conspiracy
problems.
theories.
They're not tracking what you're doing. They're not interested.
I'm down for conspiracy theories, dude.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I,
Yep.
I
Same.
will
They
I
got-
will listen to every conspiracy theory there is.
They got to have some kind of basis in fact. Like, that's
Why?
nonsense.
No, none at
Why?
all.
What,
I mean,
the
I guess it's
conspiracy
fun
theories?
to talk about them, but they ain't
Yeah.
happening.
Don't get
Conspiracy
me
theory?
started
You
on
got anything?
9/11.
Why?
Don't get me
You know,
started
like,
on
what-
9/11.
Why not just believe in the most nonsensical thing? You know what I mean? Because what different what do you really fucking know? You know what I mean? What do you really know?
I know that if there was some bullshit with the IRS stealing some money, it would have happened to the man behind the microphone and the radio. Brian,
Yeah,
would have happened
okay,
to
you're
him.
not wrong about that.
I know what would have happened to
But
him.
I'm talking
Uh-huh.
when it comes to like greater conspiracy theory. That's my stance on it. Is like, what? I don't know anything for certain. So why not just have fun believing
Yeah.
the most ridiculous things?
I mean, flat Earth might
That's
be
what I
going a
was
little
going
too
there
far.
too.
Yeah,
Can we
Flat
have a
Earth
flat
is
Earth
far,
conversation?
yeah.
Are we going there?
No.
yeah.
We can, yeah.
Flat Earth
I'm not a
is-
flat earther,
Is anybody here a
So,
flat Earther? You better not be.
I might be a little bit of one. I could be convinced.
but
because,
I'll entertain it.
because
yeah.
I watched Behind the Curve, which is a great name on Netflix. Great name.
Okay.
Behind the Curve. And I'm not
I don't
really
know if that's talking about COVID-19 or
No,
the curve of the world.
it's talking about the mental curve because you're slow, because you're a flat earther. But
All right.
so my cousin works at the EPA and he's a scientist, so I got him a flat Earth map for his office. It's actual map of the flat Earth office, and we were talking about it. And they actually have conventions every year where they go and the flat earthers go and can join. And I wanted to go to one. And before COVID hit, they were going to have a cruise to Antarctica so you could see the ice walls to see where the flat Earth was. And I was going to
Okay.
buy a ticket, and I was going to go. I was going to convert some of these people to my cult and bring them back to me because
Yes.
I'm pretty charismatic. They would follow me.
What were you
yeah.
bringing them back to?
I
The
don't
world
know.
being a globe?
A dungeon.
I mean,
A
whatever
dungeon.
kind of Kool-Aid I wanted them to drink. It was, 2020 was a wild time.
He's gonna knock him out with one punch.
But they said, what's the most valuable thing in the world? Land. And it's all behind these ice walls. So all the rich people, they're keeping the land to themselves. And I mean, I've never went over the ice caps.
This is a theory. Now, I'll be honest. I have heard this theory. The only thing that flat earthers have that I've been like, is the North Pole. Nobody has fucking taken a picture of that. Not that I'm aware of, folks. Like, nobody has taken a picture of the North Pole or anything like that. And if you look on like any map, I'm 90% sure that there's like not any actual like video or footage of it.
The only
So
thing they
that's
have
the
is like
only thing that's
satellite
weird.
view.
Yeah,
Like if you
and
go
the-
to Google Earth and you look at the satellite view, it shows there's snow there.
Yeah, but there's
also
no-
the poles are shifted too, so it could be shifting a different direction and also melting. So
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what that I'm just saying that's the best argument that flat earthers have. But other than that, they're kind of retarded.
It's interesting.
It's like Kyrie Irving said. Have you seen it? Have you been there?
No,
I haven't
but-
seen it, nor have I been there.
So
But-
Kyrie knows.
You know what I mean?
There's a whole bunch of flat earthers that just like don't believe in like the idea of like NASA is fake. right?
Yeah, like the International Space
The
Center.
moon landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
But
say it's in Texas.
This is
I'm
this
real
is an
suspicious
argument.
of NASA.
This is an argument I've
Yeah.
never heard get used against a flat earther. Is like, all right, let's just all say that satellites aren't fucking real and nobody is able to get to space. How the fuck did the United States military accurately figure out what the hell was happening in the Soviet Union before they ever had any eyes on it?
Because the government just wanted to start a war with the
Okay.
Soviet
I mean, the
Union?
government has been known to start wars, right?
But do you think that Russia would just be like, yeah, you can fly a plane over us and take pictures? I mean, yeah, we know about U-2s and shit like
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's
but
a
I'm talking
spy
like,
balloon.
and it doesn't have to be specifically Russia. It could also be, let's say, for instance, the Iraq War during the Battle of 97 fucking Hastings. They knew exactly where the Iraqi army was, and it wasn't because of planes; it was because of satellites. So how did the U.S.
Satellites
military?
and drones, man.
Yeah.
In '92, drones.
Wait,
No,
what was
not
the fuck?
92.
How did the U.S. military what?
They figured out exactly where Saddam Hussein's forces
Right.
were in Iraq.
Oh, they had inside people within
that.
within the thing, and then they also had like echolocating stuff. They could like see through walls. Like the military has like a lot of stuff to just see through the walls and shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying they had accurate pictures of exactly where the lines were, where there was no planes in the middle of a fucking desert that somebody could not have crossed without
Okay,
GPS.
What is your question?
I'm just saying that's a fucking argument that
Oh, okay.
ends fucking flat Earth bullshit where people are saying that
he's
that's
defending
not real.
satellites. He's saying
Yeah,
satellites are real.
Are proof of a round
But
globe.
Yeah.
they're real. Satellites could be real, but they also could have staged the moon landing. Those two things could be.
I
Those two
think
things
they
could be
staged
true.
the moon landing.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
The moon landing is a little bit weird, but I guess we'll
There's
find
no
out in a
wind
couple
on the
years.
moon. How was that flag flying in the air? Mm-hmm. Tell me that, brother.
Well, there's no gravity really pulling it down either.
But
I
why would it be
believe.
blowing in the air?
Cam, I don't like
It's
you
not
talking
blowing.
about science.
It's just sitting
Stop.
there. It's just sitting there. It doesn't move. Look it up.
I'm looking it up.
All right.
Cam told him why it doesn't move because of no gravity, and I didn't like him using science. I'm kind of over science in general.
Hey, I like science and bitches.
Fuck
I mean,
science, bro.
Dude, how do I know gravity is real?
Moon
you know what I mean?
landing
How do I know
picture.
gravity isn't just some
Made up thing.
made up? Yeah.
Magnetism.
I don't
I
know,
mean,
man.
This
How do I know
fucking
I'm not
flag
made out
is
of metal?
Flying.
Are you saying that you're down for the flat Earth argument?
No, what?
I'm saying that I'm just
I need
silly
another
enough
set of
be
eyes to
open
come look
it.
at this and prove me right.
I will say I'm convinced that if I went to a flat Earth convention, I could convince some of those people to do whatever I told them. I'm very convinced.
If you just stayed, you just
there-
went on
I
their
would
side.
wear like
Nate,
I'd
is
wear
that
like a
flying
nice
in the
suit
air?
and a
Is
bow
that
tie
blowing
like
in
Tucker
wind?
Carlson used to,
Yeah.
and just bring them to me.
Or maybe instead of a bow tie, like a
Yeah.
A bolo tie?
Blowing in the
maybe.
wind.
Oh, I like those bolo ties, because I look like I'm from Texas,
Uh-huh,
and they'd
and
know
then-
I was legit.
they'd be like, he's a real fucking American.
He's from fucking Texas, but he has a gun rack.
real American. Yeah.
I bet he has panties on his rearview mirror.
Gravity wouldn't do that. Yeah, basically. Well, I think you would because like I've seen old Ronald Reagan clips. No one's really a fan of Reagan, but he said if the government comes to your front door and says, "Hello, we're the government and we're here to help you," don't believe him because it's not true.
Yeah,
I was
get
gonna
that.
say there was something recent with Kamala Harris. She was like, "The government's here. We're here to help you," and then COVID happened. And then all the crazy shit starts happening when the government says we're here to help you.
It's definitely suspicious. I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
I mean, it's definitely weird.
I've
but
done a deep dive into the whole 9/11 thing.
The,
I just don't believe that the amount of money spent on the entirety of Iraq and Afghanistan was worth the amount of oil that we got back.
no, and I don't think that anybody would say if that was the idea that it would have been considered a successful operation.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as far as false flags go, like, probably wasn't the finest. You
Well,
know,
here's the
showing
thing you got to
of it,
think
but
about too. They had
if it
Operation
was-
Iraqi Liberation, and the acronym was OIL. You know, they had the Operation Iraqi Liberation. So they were supposed to liberate the Iraqi people and try to make a deal and get oil prices, but it was literally spelled oil.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to
something
do
to
like
chew on, I don't know.
we need to do like a fucking conspiracy podcast, dude, at some point.
Well, you definitely could. That could be a full deep dive.
yeah, just nothing.
But let's find someone to talk to. That like, let's get a flat earther. Let's get I guess we could talk to Brian because he really believes 9/11 was an inside job.
I don't believe in the flat earth thing now.
But let's get someone that like seriously believes about it to talk about because that would be cool. Like to get their opinion on it.
Right. Yeah. You get like an actual.
Deep dive, on these things like to talk about because that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And also just for the record, I liked Reagan, so I know I was the only one that was
A
alive.
lot of people didn't agree with him.
I was
so,
the
like,
only one that was alive when he was president. So
I
like,
still believe JFK
I mean, that's
was shot
fair.
by the driver in the car.
What?
The whole JFK thing. He was shot by the driver. In
Reagan
the car,
is
man.
not JFK.
Well, I'm just
they're
saying,
completely
like,
different.
If we're talking about
Just
conspiracy
talking about
theories,
other dead presidents.
Wait,
yeah,
wait.
conspiracy theories. Like,
Oh.
I believe JFK was shot from the car and outside the car.
It was a male model from the grassy knoll. It was in Zoolander.
Well, I was gonna say they have video of JFK sitting there and the driver spinning, and he has a gun in one of the clips, and then
We need to do a fucking conspiracy podcast
Listen.
next week. You guys down?
2 weeks.
I'm in.
2 weeks.
You wanna
Oh,
do
yeah.
Conspiracy
I still
theories
got
in 2
that
weeks?
picture of this flag blown in the wind on the moon. So
Or gravity.
Yeah. So
Or lack thereof.
well, we're at like
John Mayer,
Listen,
everybody.
Alex,
John
an
Mayer.
asshole, ask her about the moon landing.
Bring her and be like,
See if she has any.
we'd like
news.
you to come in and talk about how the moon landing was fake.
Yeah.
I know you work for NASA, but
I know you have better shit to do, but will you?
because
She would.
the moon landing is fake, right?
Yeah.
Tell him to come a shiny
Listen,
wheat
you
penny
and
to
your
come talk
entire
about it.
organization are full of shit. Is that what I'm hearing?
And like, but they pay you well, so it's okay. You can keep your lie if you want. Just talk to us about it.